Yes, it's me again, Asher Ninja, with another legendary start guide. Today we're doing one that I thought I'd already done before, and it's probably because I play him so much that I forgot that I haven't done it. We're going to do Ikit Claw. Now, Ikit Claw is probably my favourite of the legendary lords currently available. And when I say probably, what I mean is he definitely is. So when I'm feeling like I've got nothing else to do, I play Ikit Claw. He's a lot of fun. So, as Clan Scryer, you have access to the Clan Scryer Forbidden Workshop. You have plus 20% research rate. You'll have plus 2 loyalty for all your new recruits. Your construction cost is minus 40% for your engineering buildings. You start a campaign with a Warp Storm Doom rocket, which is bloody amazing. As Ikit himself, you've got the upkeep minus 50% for Warplock Giselles, those fellas, Rattling Guns, those fellas, Warp Fire Thrower Weapons Team units as well, but I don't use those. And you've got a plus 2 recruit rank for all of your Weapons Team's units for his army. So he starts in Skaven Blight, nicely surrounded by things he can kill and eat and mate with and all of that. Now, as usual, I'm doing this on Legendary, very hard Legendary. The main thing you'll find different if you're playing it on any lower difficulties is that you'll have less revolts and your battles might be a bit easier than I have. And that's perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with playing on the lower difficulties. You play whatever difficulty you find you enjoy. I've played now Legendary difficulty for so long that I can't really go back down to the lower difficulties because, well, I find them a little bit too easy and a bit too boring. So be careful when you're going into the higher difficulties. You can ruin your own gameplay for your lower difficulties. So there you have that. Alright, so as Clan Scry, you've got a couple of extra unique things over what you'd normally have. Namely, you've got the Warp Fuel, which you have a chance from missions, from upgrading your workshop, from doing battles, and your heroes when they do things like assault or any of the hero actions they can perform, you have a chance of getting them as well. You have Doom rockets, which you start off with one, and I'll show you that in the battle. And you have over here the Forbidden Workshop. So when you combine that Warp Fuel with food, you'll find that you can get little upgrades and all sorts of things. So one of the best upgrades to get early on is this one here for your Rattling Guns, because what they'll actually do is they'll regenerate ammo once they go below 80%. And over here you can buy more Doom rockets and stuff. Now, for the very start, I'm not going to spend any of my food on that because I need all the food I can get. I will show you why. Alright, Warlock Engineer. Oh, he's confident. He's actually pretty good. Extra leadership is very much needed for the Skavens. Let me just sort of fix this up a bit. Everything goes on to fast. Now, first thing we want to do is attack Tabaro. Okay, so Tabaro has very basic sort of units here. So we're gonna have to fight it manually, but it's not going to be a problem. Again, I've fought the battle a million times. The millions and billions. So it should be fine. Probably not billions, actually. So next to this rock here, we'll set up our shooters. Excuse me. Jeez. Too much talking today. Got to shut up some more. Set up our other units behind. You set up here. You hang out there. Alrighty. Let's send Ikit forward. As you can see, this is our Doom rocket. As you can see, our rattling Warplock Giselles have a large ass range to them. So do Ikit's abilities. That's why I'm going to use some. Though speaking of his abilities, one of his abilities, which is getting 2 units here to congregate around him, is a good one. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try and hold these 2 units here. Because I'm actually going to use this Doom rocket straight up. I'm going to drop it right on Ikit. Let's get the rattling guns shooting hit. Oh yeah. And as you can see, the fact that it landed right on Ikit makes no difference whatsoever. He's perfectly happy to accept that hit. No worries whatsoever. And now he'll beat up them for a bit. And these guys are now going to get absolutely torn apart by rattling guns. Oh, look at the rate of fire. Such a beautiful thing. Oh, yeah. Anyway. So why did I use the Doom rocket just there? Well, in the end, the Doom rocket is part of your upgrade path for your Forbidden Lab. So I will show you that again in a second. There's a couple of little things I forgot to show there. A couple of little things. No losses there. Decisive victory. We're going to sack it. Because we need the food. And we're going to pop back over here. And we're going to recruit. I recruit clan rats. Other people generally do Skaven slaves. But I'm not other people. I do it this way. Now. Up here. I forgot to show you this. So you currently start with level 1, of course. So as you can see, these are all greyed out. Can't do squat to them. So to get to level 2, you've got to kill 1,000 enemies and have a treasure above 1,500. Ensure that the following building has been constructed: warped stone tractor beam, and you need to use a Doom rocket in battle. And you get 1,500 gold for that. So you actually, that's a little reward you get. So part of the warped stone tractor beam is, I believe, upgrading that building there. And the other one was kill 1,500 enemies, which you're going to do anyway. Don't worry about that. Now, I'm not going to do any building whatsoever. Why am I not going to? Because I'm going to abandon that. Not right now, of course. You've got to abandon it at the right time. It's like abandoning your children. If you abandon your children at the wrong time, you know, you're going to have people chasing you. You've got to do it at the right time. Preferably when they're having like a tantrum in your local supermarket. I don't know whose kids they are. That guy was running off down the street there. So you should go get him. And then you just duck out the back. Leave your kid having a tantrum in the middle. Don't take my advice on parenting. Just so you're aware, I am not a parent. Never will be. Stuff. Anyway, so as you can see, we've got 57 food. Skaven Blight's done nothing. We now have a little bit better army. We don't want to let the Beastmen get in there because they... yeah, we'll get that to him. They'll just demolish the city. It's an easy way to stop the beastmen from getting in there. And that is... just leave them with 0, and you're fine. There we go, we actually got some warp fuel from that battle. We're now up to 62 food. Oh, we've got a forbidden rod as well. Nice. And now we're going to pop back over here again. Into a camp stance to get us as much replenishment as possible. I'll get 3 more clan rats. Yep, you can upgrade, but I'm not going to. And we're going to increase missile strength for them. And Ikit Claw, we want him to have Ancient Cunning. The more ambush chance, the better. So in this case, with Ikit Claw, even though he's going to reduce a lot of costs for his army, I still suggest going through your Quartermaster and your Renowned and Feared first, because having a super cheap army means you can have more armies. More armies means more killing. More killing means more eating of slaves. Know that the best thing to do with a slave is eat them. Delicious. It's good they keep building lords here as well. That helps us. I think we actually get more gold from destroying the buildings for that, I think. So once more, drop in, say hello, kill everyone we can find, sack the place. That's 8 more, that's good. Couple of little items there. And Ikit Claw and his engineer continue leveling. Lovely. 15 is probably as far as we need to go there, so that's fine. So we want to keep that building at the moment because it actually generates 2 food. So more food is good. And another turn ends. 1 second. Sorry, I had to mute it there. As you can tell, throat's getting a little bit hoarse. So, yes. Right, this turn will probably be where all the action starts to really heat up. So once more, right, turn 4. We want to sack Sparrow. Another decisive victory. Wonderful. And we're now up to 78 food. Oh, we got an alchemist. Those things are great. Oh, and we got the man-thing slaves. Those things are really good as well. You want to get as many man-thing slaves as possible. Alright, we'll pop them into ambush stance this time. Actually, no, we'll keep him in camp stance. We're getting 8 from that, so that's fine. So what we'll do this turn is... oh, that's a bummer. No knowledgeables. Oh well. In that case, what we're going to do is we're going to recruit a Master Assassin because he's the cheapest. Doesn't really matter which one. Take that one. We'll tell this building to get demolished, and we'll tell this building to get abandoned. Dun dun dun! Seen many worse. This will mean on turn 5, we can recolonize Skavenblight. Why do we do this? We'd have a level 2 Skavenblight being constructed at the moment if we didn't do this. But by doing it this way, what happens is, all that happens, we jump into Skavenblight and we go, oh wait, we've only got 79 food, that's right. Got to do this first. This arms race, no contest. Yeah, blow that up. We'll sack it again. And look at that, I've got 85 food. That's way more food than we need. So we better spend our food to resettle Skaven Blight at rank 4. Yeah, you want a contract? There's a contract. Go away now. Don't need you anymore. And there we go. We now have a rank 4 Skaven Blight. I don't think I actually got the money back for that, but oh well. No big deal. Now, the first thing we do is we build the essential buildings. That building, this building, this building, and that building. That way we get our Plague Claw catapults. We're getting our Plague Priest, and we're going to be getting our weapons teams. And now we build the other essentials, which is that one for the extra cash. And we're going to go with that one for growth. And we should be able to get that one as well. And after that, then we build this one when we have the money next. And we get our commandment back in. We have almost no food, but that honestly, at this point, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in the slightest. We'll rebuild the food fairly quickly. I meant to put him into encamp stance, but that's neither here nor there. That's like a little... Just give him the extra... whatchamacallit? Replenishment. We'll pop in here and we will turn the humans into muesli once more. There we go. That's good. Now what we want to do is we'll pop in that building, and next turn we should be able to do that one. So yeah, at the moment it looks like we're super poor. We don't have a huge income or anything like that. But in a few turns, once these buildings, because every single Skaven building makes money, except for the tractor beam or telescope. So as you can see, every single one makes money. And therefore, as soon as you build, we have that building in, money is going to start coming in again. So it's okay. It's okay. No need to panic or worry. Now, in the past, I've gone for bonded service, but I don't think you've really got to worry too much about the recruitment costs for the Lord's army. So I go for looter more now, because you're going to be looting more settlements than you are anything else. So we'll pop that in for him. We haven't got any more man things, have we? We do. Always check for man things, because that plus 10% is really, really good. Later on, especially when you've got a lot of them, you'll start building an army. Every time you build an army, you just chuck them in there, and you just make so much money out of having these things. So it's just a little something to help your economy stay well on top. Right, Estalia has decided they want to protect Tabaro from us now. That's alright. One of those armies we should be able to... Oh, cool. We should be able to ambush this marched in army without too many issues, I think. So we'll do that. Just got to target it right. It's good. Got the ambush. We'll just auto-resolve it. We will take the... we'll take the money. Scrying stone now as well. We're doing pretty well with the items. Not going to actually fight that battle. Going to break the siege. Head back over to Skaven Blight. No. Keep him out of the city, because we'll be able to get a revolt soon. Now, we don't want to spend too much money here. So buying that and that is good. Just because next turn we'll be able to start putting plague claws into our army. Yep, pop him into that for more local recruitment capacity. And I go for arms dealer first, get all this ammunition up. Higher priority things. Ooh, rattling guns. Plague Claws and Plague Priest first, though. Which is what our 5 remaining slots in the army are for. 4 Plague Claws and a Plague Priest. And a partridge in a pear tree. That we're going to plague and experiment on. Turn it into a robotic plagued pear tree that fires plagued pears. Anyone that gets close. I've been playing Skaven too long. Righto, 4 of those, please. So that means we'll be sitting here for a couple of turns. Ooh, there's a knowledgeable one. I'm going to have to keep playing this campaign. I'm getting very lucky to start. Alright, so technology-wise, we're going to go for the food, because that just generates more food. Now, the path you want to take, in my opinion, is basically waiting until you've got the arsenal building so that you can go for this stuff. Because that's the best stuff for your weapons teams. More ammo, more range, all of that sort of stuff. I will generally go down this path to start with here. Or after I get the extra food. So every now and then you get to ones where you get 1 extra food and that sort of thing, like volatile plants and that sort of stuff. They only take 1 turn to actually go through. So 1 turn to get extra food, all good. So in this case, I'll go for Ruthless Plans, then I want to head towards Always More Besides for extra replenishment rate. Very important stuff. Now, we do have some food, we're still at very low everything, and that's fine. But this is where you want to remember, this is super important. That means your rattling guns never properly run out of ammo. They still kind of run low, because they do have a very fast refire rate, but they don't properly run out of ammo. So if you can hold them back just for a bit from a battle, they'll regenerate a bit of ammo and then they're good to go again. Alright, Tille's united against us, that's not a problem. Alright, so we're getting our catapults in. Let's get that knowledgeable goodness. Reason you want knowledgeable? More winds of magic for you, less winds of magic for the enemy. You don't need to know more than that, do you? You don't need things like sharp claws because it's a wizard. You don't really want it in fights. I don't have any man things. It's okay. Research-wise, we have that now, so let's go for that. Easy. We'll soon be able to get a Doom Engineer, which is awesome as well. We'll spend money on that. I probably should have built up the building that I can in Skavenblight at the moment, but that's alright. I forgot. Never mind. No big deal. I'll be forgiven, maybe. Don't know who by. Alright, well, he's got a fairly large army now sitting outside of Tabaro. It isn't in encamp stance. So encamp stance increases their ability to stop you from ambushing them. Let's get our Plague Monk in there. Let's upgrade. So a quick look here, what can we do? See, none of it is super important. 2 things I would suggest is either go for that for a chieftain or go for this for an assassin. I'm going to go for the assassin. I find them a little bit more useful. We're going to spend money on this because it's a decent amount of extra cash that we'll have coming in. And let's see if we can get an ambush on Lupio Sunscryer. Lovely. It's not the best balance of power. We'll probably get a fair bit of damage, but we'll auto-resolve anyway. And we will take the money. And we will not fight Tabaro. We just have to go in, break the siege, just so that we can get out of its zone of control. Pop back in there. Get our growth building up for, again, more money. Don't really need growth, but more money. And Quartermaster, we start going in U so that we're reducing our costs a bit. Finish off arms dealer there. There we go. Well on our way. Now we won't actually keep Tabaro for too much longer as a sack city. We just want to build up. Well, actually, no. No, there'll still be a bit of time as a sack city. Quest issued for Storm Demon. So good. We need more monies. Now we want to upgrade that. Oh, he ran away. Rude. Not going to fight this battle again. Could probably win it, but... we'll pop back. Pop back over here. Fucking... This is the other reason why you want assassin buildings. Because they do that. They end up putting heroes exactly where, if you could move there, you could go into encamp stance. But because they're dicks, you can't. Bunch of dicks. So basically, at this point, what we want to do is we're kind of playing a waiting game. So once we have enough money to get the Poison Wind Mortars, it's pretty much end of game. It's you basically build your army and off you go. You lay sieges and ambush everyone, slaughter, slave, kill, laugh, love, that sort of stuff. Nothing like standing on a giant pile of corpses, laughing at the dead. I've got problems, but oh well. Good. Skaven Blight is going to have a rebellion soon. Excellent. Let's have another crack. Let's see if we can ambush him. Come on, ambush. Nah. No ambush, no battle. Oh well. Me sad. But we can get here and go into that stance. It's not ambush stance, that's encamp stance. Now, I'm not actually going to spend the money this time around. I normally would, but we want to afford the next level of that so that we can get rattling guns. Imminent rebellion is a good thing, because that's something we can kill. And we get money for the battle as well, which is also a lovely thing. So pretty soon, Talay will probably actually send an army into our territory here. So as you can tell, it's a slow build for Ikit Claw, relatively slow. But it's slower if you don't do the thing with getting Skaven Blight up to level 4 straight away. That's cool. They're raiding, so it's already moved on to the next thing. That's good. And we now have the Scheme of Doom.
Engineer of Scryer.
First things first, we've got a rebellion led by a fearsome Ikbolt guy. Not a very exciting battle. We don't need the catapult. We only want to have 4 in the army, so we don't need to try and steal it. We'll take the extra cash. So that's good. We're almost at 7 grand now. Hop in here and hide. That'll make him go away. You can see he's building his armies up there. Alright. That needs to get bigger. And the other thing we need to do is perform our scheme of doom. Okay, now the thing with the Undercities is, in my opinion, basically you want to set them up as far away as possible. So, in my opinion, what you should do is go for 2 birds with 1 stone. So if you send your Doom Engineer over this way, what you want to do is, because you've now got the start of the Storm Demon quest, which I've done videos on before. Basically, you need to go to Islanhuapek, which is all the way over here. You can see a little gold dealie on the map here. So basically, you get your Doom Engineer and you get them to come over to here. That completes that part of the quest. Then you need to put a hero in over here at Talaxland, or somebody over at Talaxland. Completes that part of the quest. Then you've got a quest battle instead. So at that point, what you do is you put your Doom Engineer to make a Warlock or a lab all the way over here. That's where you start your Undercities. That way you're not going to be overtaking your Undercities anytime soon. They can make you food or money at will. And you don't have to worry about them. Because you want to be taking over all this area first. Alrighty. Pop in Ballistics Instructor. We don't need to upgrade either of these buildings anytime soon. Going up to Warp Lightning Cannons, I don't think any of this above catapults actually benefits you very much. I prefer the catapults overall. Here it's the same sort of thing. You've got your Plague Monk or your Plague Priest. You don't need to upgrade this at this point. It's not a requirement. Ones you want to upgrade more are things like your Warp Lightning Capacitors, your Weapon Burrow, that sort of thing. I'm not going to get an Assassin yet. I want to keep the money coming in. Just checking for knowledgeables. It's a habit I've got. So we've got an Assassin. Oh, there's another knowledgeable one there. Anyway, that's it for the moment for Ikit Claw's start guide. So we're on turn 13. Got ourselves some Plague Claw catapults. We have our next level of this one under construction, so we'll be able to get Ratnik guns fairly soon. So I think we're off to a pretty good start. So I will see you in the next episode of this. And until then, hope you do well. Make sure you blow up lots of enemies. Have a good one.